Okay, today we take a look at two guns, and I didn't know I'd be doing this video, but it needs to be done. So this is the PSM 45, and most people agree this is the best gun in what I call the carnival gun class. So it's shooting around 200 feet per second. I only use the black BBs in this, Black Widow, Black Diamond, and I've had no malfunctions. I'm very careful how I handle this, and I have videos on that. And now this is the Marksman. One version of this or another has been around for many decades, and you could argue that was the first carnival gun. Okay, so unfortunately in this video, I'm going to have to carefully handle the politics. Younger shooters, what that means is I don't want to start a war with a big company, Crossman or anybody else. But we're going to zero in on breakage on this gun. I'm going to use a little extra light, and it is that right? Oh, perfect, yeah. Okay, you can see the crack. So unfortunately, the front of the compression chamber is cracked and is getting worse and has worked its way down. And the same on the other side. And in fact, let me show something here. And in fact, I have a piece that broke off here. So, get a light on that. There we go. And that's pretty serious stuff with the crack going all the way down. Okay, now I want to be very careful here. Let me zoom back out about non-antagonizing Crossman or Marksman. Okay, so I noticed this, and I thought it was just an oil leak out the top of the screw area here. It turned out no, it was a crack opening up and oil was leaking out both sides when I was using copper heads. And I did take it into the gun shop. They like looking at this little stuff. They don't sell it, but they enjoy it during downtime. You bring in stuff like this, and so they said the same rules apply to this that would apply to the finer guns they've shown me over the years, because it's technically a break barrel. So, what does that mean? So when you cock it, it's a snub nose. You could call it a snub nose break barrel, but yeah. So the big break barrel rifles they've been selling for decades, it's a snub nose version of that, and they've been teaching me for a long time to Loctite the screws. And so these I found when I noticed this damage happening, the screws were loose here, and in the front of the trigger, really all over the gun. And so their stand on it was that I should have Loctite these two screws on the top and right here. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Let me get a little light on that. Oop, that's a little bright. Oh, okay. Anyway, so yeah, so the one right there we go, and the one right there in the nose that I should have put Loctite blue on there, with the understanding and warning that because it's plastic threading that would be likely a one-time thing, meaning I wouldn't be able to take it apart, but it would be good for the life of the gun. Now I use copperheads, and that's when this was happening, and there's other people who think the copperheads did it, but I gotta be careful with Crossman because I shot Black Widows through this and they were good, but I tried shooting the copperheads through my DX-17. It said basically no, it just wasn't shooting well. And they shot okay out of this. But that's when this happened. So Marksman would probably say it was the copperheads, and Crossman could easily say that's a cheap gun. So, but again, you see the breakage here. And so, handling the politics carefully here. I like the looks of the gun, and the prices range anywhere from 20 to 35. I paid the high-end price for it, and it's fine. It was a good exploration. I would say from 20 to 35, go for the $20 price, and it's still worth buying for one important reason. This lets you compare performance of these pistols to something like this Crossman. And so I use Black Diamond BBs, Black Widows. I'm careful how I handle this. I ride the slide home. I don't slingshot. Some firearm guys say they don't care. They're going to slingshot. If it breaks, it breaks. I'm not in that camp. I want this thing to go 5,000 shots at least. Okay, but all right. So this has had no malfunctions. This is the best shooter, and the Daisy 340 can keep up with it when it's working. So I need to be honest with that. But yeah, so the best, most accurate guns in this class are this and the Daisy 340. But this has not been screwing up on me. It's not malfunctioning at all. So yeah, so I just wanted to make that video there. If I got another one of these, which I could, it's just the DX17 really has many improvements on this. I would definitely Loctite those two screws and not use copperheads again and see where it goes from there. But anyway, I felt it was right. I had a couple videos up on this gun. I also noticed in the video where I'm shooting pop cans that this was starting. I hadn't spotted it yet, and again, I think I saw it, but I thought it was just oil. So anyway, as far as the screws go, yeah. So when you get this gun, make sure you tighten them all. Watch the screw them back. I'm going to show it on video for the first time. It actually opened up this seam for whatever reason. And, I was told not to do that. It could crack and break the gun. So for some reason, the screw in the very butt here opened up a seam. So I had to back it out and then it came back together. So I would say probably avoid that. And then I checked all the other screws, and the ones that were loose were this one, towards the front, especially these two. And I did Loctite this one, but it was too late. So, yeah. So if I get another one of these, the first thing I'm going to do is check all the screws, probably avoid the one in back, and unless I see it loose somehow, and then Loctite these screws and start shooting it the next day as I show in another video. Okay, well, thank you.